Hi everybody, it's Becky from Icing on Top Becky's Cakes, and in the first part of my series, Cake Decorating 101, I showed you how to bake a cake. In this video, I'm going to show you how to frost the cake and how to smooth your buttercream on. So first we'll start with our buttercream. This is my American buttercream recipe, and I'll put that link down below in case you haven't seen that video yet. Before we even get the buttercream on the cake, you see all these bubbles in here? That's going to make smoothing the buttercream on your cake very difficult. So I'm going to use my spatula and I'm going to kind of smooth down those bubbles as much as possible, kind of bang and smooth them out as I press it against the sides of the bowl. And I'm going to do that as much as possible. I'm also going to use a bag. Sometimes I use a quick icer tip. This time I'm showing you the most basic method of frosting a cake. So I am just putting it in a regular bag without any tip in it. And I'm just going to go ahead and put that buttercream in the bag. This is easier to get it on your cake. If you want to just use your offset spatula to put the buttercream on your cake, you can do that. I prefer to get it on there with a baggie because it just makes it a lot easier. So I twist the end and then I'm going to press down that buttercream some more to get even more of the bubbles out. This is another reason why I like to use the baggie, because you can get even more of those bubbles out of your buttercream and makes the buttercream smoother. And also the warmth from your hand kind of helps get those bubbles out as you're doing this and make your buttercream smoother. Then I'm going to kind of cut the tip off of this bag and then have a nice large opening so I can get a lot of that buttercream on there. Now I have a cake drum and a little piece of a drawer liner on my turntable. And the reason I cut a piece of drawer liner, that keeps my cake drum from sliding all over the place. And yeah, you don't want it sliding all around when you're trying to work on it because that can be rather frustrating. So I'm just going to center that and put that right on there. And then I'm going to put some buttercream right on my drum. Now this drum is going to slide until you have enough weight from a cake. So the first layer slides just a little bit, but not as annoyingly so with that drawer liner there. And now we're going to center the cake there, and then I'm going to just squeeze out some buttercream all the way around. This just gets it on there. If you want to plop it on right from your bowl, you can do that. I just like that this evenly distributes it. And you want to make sure that you have enough buttercream on that center layer that you can press enough so that it's overhanging your cake. You always want more, not less. It also helps with crumb coating. I'm going to put my next layer on there. Make sure it's centered before pressing it down and sticking it together. And then I'm using my offset spatula to just press that buttercream in the crack all the way around so that crack is not going to be a problem later. And also another reason I'm doing this is because you want all those crumbs to get caught in this layer. That's why we call it the crumb coat, because if it's all caught in this layer, then you're not going to have to worry about battling crumbs as well. So I'm going to just plop some buttercream on the top, and this is just to get rid of all those crumbs. So you want to just do enough to evenly coat and catch the crumbs for this layer. And once you have a nice crumb coat and all the cake has been covered enough so that the crumbs are all caught, I'm going to stick it in the freezer for about 30 minutes, and that just helps it firm up, and then I can work on the actual layer of buttercream without fighting it so much. It's all about less fight on this. The less you have to fight your cake, the less frustrated you'll be. So now I'm piping some more buttercream around the top. I always start with the top, and you'll see why when I do the knockdown layer of buttercream. So first I'm going to smooth this out by kind of pressing it back and forth, getting out any of the bubbles or spaces, and then I use an angle, and I come at it at an angle. And the closer I am to finishing, the lighter my touch is with that angled spatula. And now I'm just going to pipe it starting around the bottom first. And I'm just going to pipe the buttercream and work my way all the way up. And I'm just going to make sure that I've got plenty of buttercream. And I'm probably going to come back after I smooth this to fill in any gaps where I don't have the buttercream evenly distributed. So that part is normal. Now here, the last layer, you're gonna notice I'm gonna wanna go one more time so that I have enough hanging up above the lip, because you want that for the knockdown layer too. So you always wanna go above so that you have a nice knockdown layer on the top that gives you a more cleaner side. And then first I'm going to use the offset. Again, I kind of press it in with the offset spatula, making it more even before I use my bench scraper. Then I'm going to grab my bench scraper, and then this is going to help me keep more sharp edges for my side. So I'm going to make sure that that bottom part of the bench scraper is flat against my board, and then I'm going to pull it in at a 45-degree angle, and then just lightly pull this. If you press it too far into your cake instead of using a light touch, then you're going to be scraping off more buttercream than you mean to. And then I just scrape it on my bowl as I go, and then I give it another spin, another swipe, and then scrape that on my bowl. Now, as I mentioned, this is the most basic method, and you see there's more gaps there, and so I'm going to pipe on wherever there's gaps, or if you see a little dark spot where the cake is showing through, you want to add a little more buttercream. So this is us adding more buttercream. And as I mentioned, there's so many different methods for frosting a cake. This is the most basic method. My personal favorite is using acrylic discs, and using acrylic discs gets really super sharp corners, and it's much easier to get it precise on the side. So I will give you a link for that one too in case you want to try out this, but it's always pays to know the most basic method in case you don't have something like acrylic discs on hand or something. I'm just going to use my offset to even out the buttercream I just placed on there. And once I even it out a little more, I'm going to go back with the bench scraper for a final swipe here. We're going to just get it as even as possible and scrape as we go. And one other method for smoothing out buttercream that I also have on my channel is the upside down flip method. If you don't have the acrylic discs, but you still want those really sharp corners, and you're willing to try something a little bit different to do it, then you can try the flip method. And I also really like that method, and that I can put a link to as well, because it pays to try these different methods to see what works for you, because no two people are the same. So our methods, what may work best for one person doesn't work for the other person. And this is with my offset spatula. I'm doing the knockdown, and that is just using it at an angle, and you just drag it in very lightly, and that helps you have those edges. But like I said, no two people are the same. So if this method is frustrating for you after practicing it for a while, try one of the other methods, but don't give up because you can do this. So yeah, you notice that it's still not quite as smooth. So I'm gonna get some hot water, which is the final part that I usually do with all my methods, is I use the hot water, and I'm gonna wipe that off with a paper towel. And the heat really helps, because this is buttercream, helps it melt. As long as you use a light touch, it helps melt the surface and kind of get rid of some of those bumps and stuff that you want to get rid of. So that's a great way to finish off a cake, is just to use a hot bench scraper and a hot offset spatula. But just make sure you wipe the water off so you don't have water dripping down your cake. And again, I'm just using those really light touches so that I'm not taking off any more buttercream than I already have. And then for the next video in my series, I'm going to show you how to use a piping bag and just do the very basic buttercream border, and that'll help clean up your edges too with a buttercream border. So stay tuned for my next episode, piping a basic buttercream border on a cake. And that is part 3 in my Cake Decorating 101 series. Thank you for watching part 2.